In my last video, I said I had a big secret. Well, this is my secret. I bought a house in Sweden. If you're new here, I'm Danny, and I'm a wildlife photographer. I have a particular fondness for red squirrels, and I even found 4 baby squirrels that I helped. Although red squirrels are very charismatic and cute, I photograph a lot of wildlife, and I share my stories online. But for now, I'm in Sweden with the red squirrels, and I'm going to tell you about my new house. Welcome to my house in Sweden. It feels so good to finally share my secret and to finally be here. But yes, this is my house. It is snowing. There are birds everywhere. I think the cold weather has triggered them to eat like crazy. So there's just bullfinches and great tits everywhere. There were even 2 squirrels in the garden this morning. It was definitely an interesting process buying a house in a foreign country post-Brexit, and I'd never even seen the house. I actually bought the house by email/Facebook. My family and friends thought I was completely mad, but I'm here in my own house, so everything worked out. The house was built in the 1930s and it's a very traditional Swedish house. It is painted dark red and has white frames around the windows, and I actually love the windows. They're so large and pretty. Houses in northern Sweden are very cheap. They were even cheaper. If I bought this house maybe 5 years ago, it would have been the same price as my lens. My boyfriend Juan and I spent the first week discovering and exploring the house. We couldn't live in the house for over a week because we didn't have a bed or firewood or food, but the first thing we organised with the previous owner was a crate of firewood.
Shadows fall on the walls again, dancing with ghosts of the people I've been. Have they gone and died, or are they living here inside? Silhouettes walking down the avenue, twilight's asking me, what are you planning to do with the years and time between now and the end of the line?
Look if you want.
Don't wanna tear it apart. I'm ready to start.
Which switch was it?
On this patchwork car.
So we've moved everything from here to this corner because this is actually only half of the wood, and the rest can go in this empty gap, but I don't think the which will arrive today, maybe tomorrow.
I'm trying
Yeah, a good workout. A lot of wood.
the walls of my mind. Ooh, I'm ready to start. On my patchwork heart.
I've still been visiting the squirrel forest, and Ghost has been showing herself almost daily. She definitely recognises my call and comes to me almost immediately when she hears me. The snow in the forest has completely melted, and the forest was very dark and quite difficult for photography. But it's been great to be in Ghost's company. When we travelled to Sweden, we had so much stuff. 2 bike boxes, 2 suitcases, 3 boxes, rucksacks with camera bags, and most of that stuff was left in the city, Skellefteå. Connie and his brother Magnus were kind enough to drive it from the city, and slowly we were able to move in. I couldn't make it. I needed to change the gear. Annoyingly, the bed we had ordered hadn't arrived, even though we ordered it for a scheduled time, and we waited here all day and the bed never arrived. And then one day we were randomly planting trees in the garden and a van showed up, and we walked up to it, and the guy didn't see us for ages, and then he looked at us and it turned out to be the bed, and then we spent 2 to 3 hours building this bed.
Is there anyone still here who feels just a little like me? And it's midnight in Houston, but my watch says 10:43.
I got it, don't worry.
And I'm trying my best to believe in the best left in me.
Did it hit you?
Oh, you're crying to test the veins of my fluid belief. Where do I go from here? Where do I go from here? When people burn the bridges, the rivers, they don't seem to mind. There's a violence I found in the regular things left behind. And I'm trying my best to believe in the best left in me. Oh, this world is a mess, but it's prettier than what lies beneath.
A couple days later, a Swedish TV station came and visited, and they did a piece on me and the squirrels and Baby Pear and June, and Ghost was an absolute star. She was in front of us for about half an hour to an hour, but it did take her a while to have the confidence to come down from the trees. I'm pretty sure she was just watching us, and when she realised it was me and that she'd probably be safe, she came down and then she just posed beautifully. But yes, Ghost is now a TV star as well as Baby Pear, so I'm just making all the Swedish squirrels famous. The final step to properly moving into a house is going to Ikea, and we rented a car for a few days. We went to Ikea, we bought the basics like a shower curtain, glasses, what else did we buy? A coffee pressing thing, and we also stocked the house of frozen food and lots of tins, so we're good for like 4, maybe 6 weeks. There is a shop in the village, so if we need to get extra things like oat milk or bread, we can, but we've got a fridge full of vegan nuggets and sausages and all sorts of things. And now we're moved in. Yesterday we were having breakfast and suddenly a squirrel ran past the window, and we went outside, and we then watched 2 squirrels eat spruce cones from the top of spruce trees for about an hour. And I even went live on Instagram, so if you switch on notifications for me on Instagram, you'll get notified when I go live. But it was amazing to watch these squirrels eat spruce cones because I'd never actually properly watched it, and I managed to magnify my camera to like 1000 millimeters. And it was so funny to watch them eat these cones. They like have one side and then they go like this. I'm sure as winter properly sets in, these squirrels are going to be more active, and I'm sure more squirrels will turn up. So at the moment there's 3, and I can still see the other squirrels at the squirrel forest. So it's great to have now 2 communities of squirrels, which is great. Thank you to Connie, Katarina, Magnus, Jenny and Tord and everyone who has welcomed us to Sweden and been so helpful. Thank you to my parents. My dad drove us to the airport when our taxi didn't show up. That was very stressful. So thanks, Dad. And thanks to my mum, she gave us an old TV from the house, my grandma's old plates, knives and forks, so a lot of stuff we already had. Thank you to my patrons who kept this a secret because they've known since May, I think. So thanks to my patrons. Thank you for watching and following along this journey. I hope you enjoyed the less wildlife side of things, but as you can see, it is snowing. It's snowing every day for about 10 or 11 days. It's going to be -13 to -17 almost every day. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of squirrel activity and hopefully a lot of photos of squirrels in snow and all the birds. Anyway, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.